right there, did they do the toss? Because Bob Swisshelm handed them the ball. So if they have the ball, then I'm thinking that they are...
They took serve?
They're choosing to serve.
They're choosing to serve. Very interesting.
So if I'm Jay and Andrea, went out the window. If I'm Jay and Andrea, I'm picking this. I'm picking this side, right?
Absolutely. All right, so we're good. We're good to go. But yeah, so they chose serve. That's odd to me. No? Yeah? Lee? It's odd.
Oh, you want me to jump in?
Yeah, it's an odd choice.
No, after everything that we've said, I honestly think they would have chosen side and got the bad side over with. But and in the game to 15, one stop, and then you got 2 serves on the other side.
Right,
you know, from a psychological standpoint, you just want to stop them once, and now you got 2 opportunities.
Right. And so much for any time in between. Because technically you get 10 minutes.
Right.
If they're the 2 out of 3 in the game to 15, they are not taking any time.
Well, Jay looks hungry.
Yeah.
Jay looks hungry.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just see how hungry he is.
Right. It is worth mentioning, and it might make some people feel really bad about themselves, but that's okay. Jay had his wisdom teeth pulled on Saturday.
He did.
So he is in a lot of pain, and he's not eating solid foods. He's on liquid, so yes, he's hungry, for sure.
For sure.
Because he hasn't eaten since Saturday, poor guy.
He's literally hungry.
Literally. And, I mean, he's playing surprisingly well for having his mouth in so much pain.
I shouldn't say McFlurry anymore then.
Well, he'd love a McFlurry.
He'd love a McFlurry.
But if I say it, he hears it.
You got to buy him one.
That's right.
There's that move again.
Yeah. Doesn't work out.
Callie's fired up.
Oh, did you see that?
Yep.
Oh, that's fired up from the get-go here. That's a big come on from Callie. Oh, look at her.
That's what they need.
She's in no-nonsense mode right now.
Yeah, she is. And she's got kind of a higher pitched voice, so she sounds really sweet when she says sorry. She really doesn't mean it.
No, she's sorry. I don't do that more often. Is what she means. And you know, if you watch Jay and Andrew, they have a much more relaxed style of play, right? Very laissez-faire, if you would. Where Steve and Callie are a little bit more fired up on the good exchanges.
Oh, that is set up by Callie Smith right there. And we talked about it last week when we were in Newport, and we saw that kind of switch turned on in the women's pro gold medal match, where it was Jessie Irvin.
Right.
Did the same thing. She looked like she was stalking her prey when it got into the third game. And now this is exactly what Callie Smith's look is like right now.
Yeah, she's back in that zone.
Oh my goodness.
She's been in that zone all day.
Yeah.
And recently got out of it, but she's in that zone.
There's
again.
a few players you don't want to put in that zone. Jessie Irvin, Callie Smith, Lee Whitwell.
Thanks for the shout out. But I think both teams are hungry, literally hungry, because it's a long day, and hungry for the W, right?
Yeah. And I mean, this is it. It's 1 game to 15 for all the marbles here.
And I think it's going to come down to psychologically who's mentally stronger and who's not going to cave under pressure. So we've got the side out.
The cover from Callie. I mean, she straddled the center line as Deacon gets pulled all the way off. She does her job and puts the pressure on de Villiers there.
Jay swinging a bit too much on that ball. He was there, but a little early.
Callie is fired up right now.
Yeah, I think I would, if they took a timeout, I would encourage them to maybe play Deacon a little bit more and try to get Callie out of her zone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that's a great step in by
Deacon with the
Deeks.
poach.
And see two different styles also from Deacon and Callie as far as dinking goes. Two totally different styles. Deacon is more of a push dinker. He really doesn't have too much, and I'm not saying always, but more times than not, he'll push and go soft with his dinks. Place them where he wants, but go softer. Callie's more of a purposeful dinker, where she keeps the ball low to the net on a line where it's a lot more pressure. I wouldn't want to go against Callie's dinks. I'd rather go against Deacon's. And, you know, we saw that earlier. It was, who was Deacon play? Oh, against Stratman and Frazier. And Stratman and Frazier found that out when they started going to Deacon. They started finding more success when they got into those longer points. So I'd like to see Coop and DeVilliers try that. But they seem really kind of set in their ways right now that they are going to go to Callie. But that's just hurting right now, 6-0.
Technically, they are still on the bad side.
They are.
So we got to factor that in.
They are.
But yeah, I think they need to settle into their game a little bit more and pick their opportunities versus forcing the issue right now. Good leave there.
Oh, that was a Lee Whitwell Ernie. He hit the forehand. He usually hits the backhand on the Ernie. And you always like to come over and hit the forehand with your Ernie. There's two different kinds. You're more of a powerful, he's more of a placement with that Ernie. But that was more of a Lee Whitwell powerful Ernie.
Well, he did tell me I can't be the only one hitting forehand Ernies.
Yeah.
0-6-2.
Oh, Jay, it's a catch and release right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the
I think
count.
Andrea was waiting on that one.
Yeah.
She looked at that like somebody just threw her food, and she just caught it.
6-0-2.
I mean, so like you said, laissez-faire, right? Like Jay just standing there, Callie rips behind, and he just, okay, I got your behind, you're fine.
He's like no biggie.
Right.
That's a beautiful lob.
Great, and that's experience. That's reading your opponent, going for the Ernie. The lob is there most times if you can read someone going for that Ernie right there. Perfect spot.
6-2.
All right, they're on the scoreboard. Oh. Jay with the tag.
2 quick points on this side.
2-6-2.
Jay apologizes to Callie because she stared him down the whole time after she got hit. That's a
rush there.
Yeah, that's a frustration shot of just getting hit and then trying to make something out of nothing, really. And they've cut their lead in half. If you're gonna play an out ball, you better put it away.
Right.
Right?
Oops.
1 point away here for Smith and Deacon. They get the end change on their terms. Great setup there by DeVilliers. A little speed up at Callie Smith, and she blocks high.
And he capitalized on that and just pounds it into the ground.
Good hold there.
Yeah.
When you're down, thirds have to be in. You have to get your third in. You can't waste opportunities of not having a chance to score.
Nice fake from DeVilliers there. Callie thought he was going to her forehand.
It's another thing that Jay does well is he's very deceptive when he can get a ball that he can kind of attack or half attack.
Yeah, he holds that ball for a ridiculously long time. It's a great exchange there. Deacon coming through with the backhand winner.
Great play in Andrea.
Yeah, and she was a great supporting actress in that point right there.
Yes, she was.
She played her role well and just got out of Jay's way.
Yeah.
Oops.
Just clips the tape right there.
Great use of the net.
Yeah, and the end change for Smith and Deacon, doubling up Coop and DeVilliers, 8-4 here. And so Coop and DeVilliers had all that momentum going in this game to 15. And then all of a sudden, Callie Smith started stalking her prey from point one. Is that the difference here, Lee?
I think so. I think that because that last game in the 2 out of 3 was so routine, it's sort of hard coming back, and that now you got that game to 15 of keeping that high. And Callie and Smith, Callie and Deacon turned it on, especially Callie. Like you said, she just looks like she's out there just hungry for that ball. And she's like, where is it? Because I'm going to get it.
And they're coming in too. You know, they play you guys. You guys winning a tough, tight first game, 12-10. Then they win 2 against you guys. Then they come in and win 2 against Smith and Deacon right off the bat. And so that's a high. There's got to be some kind of letdown, and we're seeing a little bit of it right here in the game to 15. It's just so hard to keep up that level of play constantly.
And I guess now is this is truth time right now to see if this side truly is cursed, right?
Yeah.
This is the moment of truth.
Do you think Deacon and Smith have got that in their head?
If they can hear the live stream, yes. If not, no.
If not, I don't even think they're thinking about it.
Deacon was checking his phone earlier.
Yeah. He was updating his Facebook status, right?
That is true. He's like, dear diary. It's a great jump out.
It's that backhand.
And it's so casual. It's just a casual flick.
Right. I mean,
like, I'm just going to put this in the middle. No biggie.
When you're 7'1", you know, and have a wingspan like that.
It's a 3-point game.
Kelly just watching that ball go, going, really?
Yeah. Against most people, that ball will get by them because they do not have the wingspan that Jay does.
Wow.
It's a great rip. And unfortunately, Jay is so good at going right at center mass that it's so hard to get out of the way because those balls are going out.
Yeah.
But at center mass, it's just ridiculously hard.
Oh, what a move from Deacon. Jay points right at him like, nice move, man.
As soon
Great
as
move.
Jay hit that ball, he's like, Deacon just read me.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Yep. It's a rare miss again.
Just like that, Coop and de Villiers creeping right back in here.
The net gets in the way there.
Sigh of relief
Right.
over everybody.
They set that up beautifully, and
Yeah.
then unfortunately the net had other plans.
Well, they get 1 point from this side. Need more than that, though.
Good leave.
It's so hard because that ball's not, it's not like that ball's obviously out. That ball's 6 inches out.
Right.
And I talked about that all daily watching you guys play and everything. You guys make such good decisions at the right time on balls like that. That's a huge difference at this level. Of playing smart, making the right decisions on balls that are going to be out, not playing out balls.
Right.
There's so many lower level players play constantly.
I resemble that remark.
And they always tell you it's so much fun to hit them.
Right.
I've
See,
never
that
seen
ball
a
was out right there, center mass. You cannot get out of the way of that ball. It's
right, and that's nothing personal either,
No.
right? It's like, but that's 4 years ago. That was personal. People used to get mad at that. Now at this level, that's a strategy. I'm trying to, and nothing personal. I hate you. I'm not. I'm going at you. If you can't stop that, then get off the court.
right.
You know what I mean? And
keep your paddle up.
right. But it's part of the game.
Well, and I think when you've got, if I bring the unmentionable sport of tennis into this, we do have a lot of players that come from a tennis background. And in tennis, you want to go, you want to hit a passing shot past the player. You know, you're never going to go through the player in tennis. You've got room to go past them. Here, you don't have a lot of room to go past them, so you got to go at, you know, center mass, really.
So here's the thing. These two could do this all day. Seeing that too, like you talk about, like going center mass, you don't allow you don't allow your opponent to extend their arms. Like you avoid someone extending a forehand or extending a two-handed backhand. If you go center mass, you're not handcuffing them, but you're keeping them not as far extended out.
Right. And and you're really expecting that shot to come back in the same direction it was hit from.
Mm-hmm.
So you're setting yourself up for the next shot.
Great hands by Coop. The 2 balls, again, at her body,
right.
that she was able to control.
And kind of did it with a carefree attitude.
Yeah, yeah, as they have this whole day.
And it's one of those things when someone is playing so casually, and that's their style, it's very annoying to play that person because it's like, oh, they make it look so easy, so effortlessly. They're not even trying, and they're kicking my butt, right?
Right.
That's the feeling.
And talk about the same thing, you know, you're talking about Jay and Andrea. You play very similar, though, too, Lee. You have great hands, you reset well. And when you do that, though, you almost look very effortless, right? And that does annoy people because you're pounding balls at you. You're just like reset, reset, reset. And then you're forcing an error because they get frustrated.
Oh, way to go behind him. That's one of the first times they've really gone behind Jay and forced that, forcing him to stay home a little bit more and be honest. We've got a 1-point game here.
Callie it didn't seem like she could get in a good rhithm there. She kind of framed 2 blocks.
It almost felt like Jay was baiting her the entire time into giving him giving him what she wanted.
Oh.
It's a rushed serve there.
How is it almost 9 o'clock and it's still this light out? Where are we?
We're the farthest you can get
In the Eastern time zone?
Eastern time zone.
Oh. Wow, a little
Nice
flick
little
down the
speed,
middle.
yeah.
Does it
Little
so
speed up, yeah.
does it so well. 9-9.
And just tied this up.
This side is catching up with them all of a sudden.
Yeah, it was 8-4 at the end change, and now they've rattled off 6-1, a 6-1 run.
I will reserve my I told you so for later,
Please do.
but it's coming.
Until it comes true.
Until it comes true.
So it was a 8-4 Smith and Deacon, or Smith, yes, 8-4 Smith and Deacon lead on the end change, and now all of a sudden it's a 10-9 Coop and DeVilliers lead. What's the difference, Lee? I mean, is it the side?
I mean, we can, yes.
John and I keep looking up at the wind sock, and there's like
Right.
barely any wind. So like, what's the difference right now?
We can blame the side all we want, but I think you know, Jay and Andrea sort of found another gear and are now not playing to win versus playing not to lose.
Yeah.
And Callie and Deacon have gone into, you know, playing not to lose and somehow forcing the issue a little bit on shots that aren't quite there because they're just slightly uncomfortable.
Yeah. Almost seems like Callie and Deacon are on their heels right now.
A little bit. What can they do to turn this around right now? Great hands from Jay.
Oh, what a cover by Andrea Coop.
Right?
After DeVilliers goes for the Ernie, she steps right in that vacated area. Callie thought it was open.
She held her own.
trying to be too cute with that right there.
Very upright in that dink.
Yeah, stood straight up.
They got to stop it here now.
There's something with this side, I'm telling you.
The wheels will fall off on this side every time.
It's crazy.
I'd like to think that Pat and I started the trend.
Yeah. Trendsetters.
You know.
13-9.
Oh.
And then you have that.
It's the side.
So Deacon's over by his bench, and he's just like, since I'm here, we'll use our last time out.
I made it all the way here.
Right. And so now it's a match point on the paddle of de Villiers and Coop. Kathy in rare form. I don't know how she does it, but she does. And just like that, the Lee Whitwell, I'm waiting for the I told you so, because ever since the end change at 8-4,
and here we go.
It is a 10-1 run. 10-1 by Coop and de Villiers. That's insane.
There needs to be an investigation.
I think, I'm going to petition the APP to investigate, because this is criminal what's happening.
It's criminal.
It's been happening all day.
It's a protest.
Yes.
I protest.
So there's an individual involved.
And here we
100%.
go.
And we have to arrest them.
Match point here for de Villiers and Coop. Oh.
You, he says.
Oh, no.
Andrew's like, yeah, I was right there. I'll get over there. Ball hog.
So they hold off one.
9-14-1.
It's not a huge mountain to climb. A couple here. But so hard from the ever so cursed side.
9-14-2.
2.
Well,
Clutch move from Callie there.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so you're 10-14, you're on 2. You know, you never want to say it, but is it too little too late? You know, you're down 4, you got to get 2 or 3 here, put the pressure on.
Steve would like to see that ball again.
Yeah. He'll be seeing that one in bed tonight if they don't come back here.
I do think there'll be a petition tomorrow to move championship court to a different court. Oh, a little ambitious on that shot.
Very ambitious right there.
He thought Steve was just going to walk into that shot and block it with his head.
Yeah.
Just thinking about dinner.
That Smoothie King.
There it is.
Yep, and it will go 15-10. Coop and de Villiers will take the gold medal. Callie Smith and Steve Deacon will take the silver, and Lee Whitwell sitting next to John and I, and Pat Smith will take the bronze. Congratulations to all the players today. Great.